New banger.
It's Nukkle HeDD Comics Tuesday. It's fucking Tuesday. We got Lay in the building. We got Cap in the building. Cabs can't make it tonight, but he's here in spirit. On Lay.
My man, just chilling, brother, chilling.
What's up, Cap? How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Is that and father goes shamefully? That's my son. And the other guy goes shamefully. Orion goes, that's my father. Choose fear and hate to run your life. Something you can't do. That was wrong with me from the beginning. I was doing it that way. I was gonna go down that path. I worried.
You thought it was Grayson?
Sorry, got hurt. Not him. Not him.
Crack his brain for somebody, anybody that can help, and remembers. Freeze.
The media.
Randall Savage.
Randall Savage. With his knowledge and all other shit and his capacity to learn.
Absolutely.
This is the only vegan I'll ever eat is grilled chicken wings, because that's like vegan to me. You know what I'm saying? Because the chicken wings are supposed to be fried, but you grill the chicken wings, you put it in some sauce and give it some blue cheese.
Is vegan.
That's vegan. Like regular moo cow fuck milk, put it in some Honey Nut Cheerios, vegan, because Honey Nut Cheerios good for your heart. You know what I'm saying? Can I steal the question from Cabs?
I got it right. Look at this.
I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal.
You're too late.
Wow.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm bar, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb with the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Tuesday night. You know what that means? It's Nukkle HeDD Comics. We in the building. We got Cap, as always. What's going on, Cap?
Not much, man. Just we're a week or two away from Wonder Man.
Yeah.
That's the first big comic property for the year. Well, say big, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's next week, Tuesday, the 27th. That's when it's supposed to come out. So,
and of course, as always, Marvel hates us, and they put their shit out every time we're doing this show. So we can't review it the same day. We gotta wait the next week and blah blah blah.
Word. Racist, and there's women in the show, so there's people that already don't like it.
Yeah. Now we watched the video the other day that where I was like, "Yo, I agree with what this man's saying. I don't agree with how he's saying it, though."
Yeah, but also for like what Show likes to say, for a rookie, for someone who doesn't have that much knowledge of the comics, this guy was kind of over exaggerating when it came to this character. Yeah, this character, if you look at the backstory of him, it's crazy. You know, it would have fit in the first couple phases of the MCU with the Avengers and all that other shit, but then you're like, I never heard of this motherfucker until this show came out.
You know what's funny though? I guarantee you, he was one of your favorite figures growing up when you used to play with the wrestling figures.
No, actually, was it Multiple Man? No, Strong Guy was mine.
Watch. I'm gonna keep talking. I'll find it.
I remember he had the green pants with the red M on it or some shit. But yeah, there's plenty of people that's like, yo, I don't know who this is. And obviously, people who do watch. I feel like you had that figure.
We both did.
Yeah, I had Strong Man was my guy. But yeah, you know, you have a lot of people that's gonna be watching these shows that don't know the comics. I think there's more people that don't know the comics that's watching these shows because of the simple fact that he's the only one that's complaining about it. Right? Like, if there were more people who gave a shit about the way the characters were watching these shows, than people who didn't give a shit about the way the characters were. The arguments would not be she-males twerking. The arguments would not be, oh, there's a female in the lead, or, you know, this, that, and the third. You know, with the whole, like Secret Wars, or what was it, Secret Invasion?
Yeah.
The TV show. The argument wouldn't be, oh, this shit sucked because of this. Like, we argued the plot, but if there was more people who read the comics, the critique of the show would be, you fucking didn't follow the comics, right? Like, we knew the Fantastic Four was coming in the MCU, and you gave 4 random powers to the Super Skrull. That's not an issue with nobody, but the issue that, oh, you know, fucking, they didn't have a planet for them, or, you know, they was through fucking immigration and they lied to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the story behind, oh, we saw this guy has a wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's too many people complaining about the story that was told to us and not what happened in the comics. Just like how we argue, yeah, this is the She-Hulk character is supposed to be a parody of Wonder Woman. It's supposed to be sexy. She's supposed to bring your eye to that shit. And in the comics, they didn't want her as the She-Hulk. They wanted her as the regular person. But in the show, they wanted her as She-Hulk. They didn't want her as the regular person. And then everybody's like, oh, but she's twerking. Okay, cool. And you had a problem with the CGI. Okay, cool. But then when we have a problem with the fact that the message that you're sending was fuck us in every way, that had nothing to do with the comics. Because in all honesty, who would be the one to say fuck us? Someone who could break the fourth wall, right?
Yeah.
Someone who would be sitting here going, oh, you people, this is a fucking lawyer show. You didn't make a lawyer show. But if she would have broke the fourth wall and said, I heard what the fuck you're saying about the rest of my peoples, fuck yeah, this is the way it's going. You know what I'm saying? It would have been a different story.
Yeah, I mean, it worked effectively when she broke the fourth wall and mentioned what the fuck? I'm blanking on the name right now. The Sorcerer Supreme Wong. Yeah. When she mentioned that she bring in Wong to get ratings, like that worked.
Yeah. You know, so it's like, yo, you're begging for these people to use a character and use their actual origin story. It's too late for his origin story to fucking work here because there are no more Tony Stark. You know, there's no more Tony Stark for him to rival. He was not introduced as a tech company rivaling Stark Industries at all. The Avengers broke up in Civil War. Baron Zemo's already been captured and put on the fucking and he's been, the Wakandans have him. So how are you gonna introduce this man as a guy who's a rival to Stark Industries making tech, who's bad with his shit, then gets hired by Baron Zemo. They give him powers. Baron Zemo uses the fact that you'll die unless you do what I tell you to infiltrate the fucking Avengers and then lead them to a trap. When technically Baron Zemo did that shit himself. Didn't need him and is done with. This is 10 years ago. How do we introduce this character now that way? But you can go, oh, he was also at one point in his life an actor. Let's do that. And let's expand on his shit, being an actor, whatever the case may be. Because they're also telling stories. Listen, I'm all for, you know me, they're historical documents. And if they're going to follow some part of the historical document, that's cool. But there have also been remakes of historical documents.
Hey, at this point, we got to see some return on investment with these Disney Plus shows that prove the writer's strike needed to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it comes, I mean, yeah, you can tackle it this way, but if the writing is shit, it wouldn't have mattered how you introduced him.
What up, Joseph? It's true. And that's the biggest issue is the writing. And it's not only the Marvel shows, it's also the DC shows. I mean the Star Wars shows and the originals that they put on the shit. Because Werewolf by Night, phenomenal. The Christmas special with the
Guardians of the Galaxy,
phenomenal. What was it? Which was the one with Swamp Thing? Not Swamp Thing, with
that was
Man.
Werewolf by Night. But Man
Was it?
Thing. Yeah.
Didn't they do another one?
No, they were supposed to, but it never came out.
But those were good. When they reintroduced Daredevil. Yes, I know that they had to rewrite shit and do all this other stuff, but that was good. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Miss Marvel.
Yeah, I
was
love
good.
Miss Marvel.
We said it. We praised that show because the way they introduced a family into the shit and they made it family. News flash. I don't know if you know this. Kamala Khan is a fucking teenager. Is a teenage girl. A teenage girl that doesn't have life figured out, that has powers now, that's trying to do the right thing, but she doesn't know what the right thing is. And she's a super fan of Captain Marvel. And who does a teenage girl live with? I don't know. Maybe her fucking father, maybe her fucking mother, maybe her fucking siblings. Ooh, so who would she draw strength upon with? Her fucking family. You cocksuckers, like what? This is the issue. The issue now we're getting into with a lot of the fucking TV shows, which, don't get me wrong, most of the times that we argue about shit is because of the poor decisions they make when it comes to the show themselves. When they're trying to tell a story or whether they're doing other shit or not. But the issue now is you motherfuckers are taking too many liberties with racial undertones or sexual undertones or what's the shit where you don't like women? Incel undertones.
yeah.
I don't. You motherfuckers are taking too many liberties when it comes to this fucking personal war that you're fighting with the world. That you're gonna attack shows and marketing and movies and everything else somebody enjoys. Why? Because you're not being heard. Because what you're saying is stupid. Oh, it's a female lead. It's woke because it's strong. I know. We grew up with a lot of fucking strong females in this fucking planet. There are a lot of single mothers. There's a lot of single fathers. There's a lot of women that don't take no shit from people. There's a lot of women that bear the weight of their families on their shoulders. There's a lot of men that do the same shit too. Men and women are both human. We face the same difficulties in life. Just because your bitch ass watches fucking social media and sees that a fucking hot chick is drunk and she's answering stupid questions doesn't give you the right to sit here and go that this fucking Middle Eastern young girl shouldn't have her own TV show because she's Middle Eastern. Fuck you. And the fact that you don't like a specific show just because there's women on it, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? We're starting this shit off strong. We were supposed to talk about Blue Beetle, but we getting there. I'm just gonna let the fucking shit out because I'm tired of this shit.
Yo, you know me. In the world of D&D, the actors that played in the show that I watch on Critical Role,
yeah,
they're legit voice actors for video games and cartoons and all that shit. And twice now, Laura Bailey, who's one of the predominantly greatest, let me get the words here. She's one of the greatest fucking prolific D&D players. If you watch Critical Role, her shit's immaculate. Right? All of her choices and the shit that just happens to her with the dice roll.
Yeah.
She's already had one video game where they sent her death threats, where they harassed her, because the character in the story that was being told did something that makes sense for the game. But how could a woman do that? Blah, 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 blah. Like, it's a fucking game. That's the story they told. She had nothing to do with that. She just brought the character to life. as she's supposed to do as an actress.
Yeah.
So now here's the fucking dumb shit. Because that's one side of the coin, right? That's the side of the coin that all of a sudden has gained popularity with this massive hatred of whatever they consider woke. Even though they don't realize that word was co-opted and changed into something that it doesn't mean. And they still don't acknowledge their original meaning. But anyway, that's one side of the coin. The other side of the coin is she got death threats and fucking harassed again from the other side, because in the last game she did, which is called Dispatch, she's a character that kind of looks, it kind of like doppelganger effect, right? She looks like another video game character from another series. But in this game, her character's not gay. And how fucking dare you not make her gay? Like, what the fuck? 10% of the world is gay? I get it. You want to be represented. Cool. But you're not every fucking where.
Yeah.
And if the writers of the video game makers wanted to make a fucking story that had nothing to do with the LGBTQ, but it had something to do with just the personal drama of taking her who's a villain, making her a hero, and now you're the protagonist who's the guy, has the opportunity to either fuck it up, save her, or come up with a third option. That's what the fuck they like. Guess what? We're Spanish. The main character's a white guy. She's playing a white woman. The other main characters are white people. You're not seeing us go, but there's no fucking Spaniards.
Yeah.
Like, it's a little easier for me because I'm white passing. I basically blend into this wall behind me. But still, we're not out here fucking going, everything sucks because it's not us. Like,
Yeah.
we get it. And hey, we got two. We got Xolo Maridueña, right?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you how the fuck you pronounce that shit.
Dude, it's a name, but I think Xolo is his first name, if I'm not mistaken.
Fuck.
Right? But we got Blue Beetle, which was a fucking great movie. One of my all-time, probably my favorite DC movie. And we got fucking Namor. And again, they're not exactly our type of Spanish, but we still got them. It's kind of the same way, like, Damian Priest is Puerto Rican. So when he won the world title, we're like, yeah, we got one. But before that, when Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero won their fucking world title, we're still like, yeah, we got one.
Yeah.
But to get back to what I was saying, what have I been saying? Every time there's dumb fucking criticism that is not about the substance, but is about all the ancillary shit. Because criticism is warranted when it is warranted.
Yeah. It's
But all
supposed
the
to make
ancillary
shit better.
bullshit, what do I always say? Well, fuck it. Let's just cancel it then.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of it so you don't have to fucking worry about it. You don't have to complain. I honestly think we should get rid of all fucking entertainment. Because everybody has something to say about music. Everybody fucking white dumbasses want to burn books because God forbid you read any fucking thing. So let's get rid of books. Let's get rid of music. Let's get rid of TV. Let's get rid of YouTube, all this shit. And let's just stare at the fucking walls. And let's see what the fuck you complain about now.
Yeah, at this point, you would fucking have to, because these motherfuckers are just finding shit to fucking bitch about now. And it's sad that they're ruining people's experience
we mentioned it before, but I didn't say any names. But fuck it, I'm gonna say a name here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys ever heard of the Critical Drinker, who does a lot of reviews and all that shit on YouTube up here, right? He did a live stream in which he's talking shit about Supergirl, and he says he doesn't know anything. And he says his complaint is it doesn't make sense that she gets drunk because the physiology of a fucking Kryptonian, she shouldn't be getting drunk. One of the people in the fucking in the podcast he was doing in the live stream tells him, "Oh no, she's in a red sun in which she can get drunk," and the motherfucker ignores it and still acts like it's stupid that she gets drunk in a yellow fucking sun planet. When it's like that's not what the fuck happened, and it's not what the fuck you were just told.
Well, because they don't give a shit. Because the fact of the matter is, they don't give a shit. They want to be right no matter what. My bad. I was changing the title to the show because I changed it and I don't know why it was. Huh?
It is Xolo.
Yeah. No. I was changing the title because for some reason it went back to being fucking Monday Night Raw watch along.
No, but I'm seeing the title now and I'm like,
yeah.
So I'm right. Xolo Maridueña. Maridueña. I think.
Oh, let's look it up.
Yeah, looking up the pronunciation. For anybody playing the home game, I hear him.
How do you go about pronouncing his name? Xolo. You do want to pronounce the X like SH here? Xolo Maridueña is how it would be said.
Xolo Maridueña. Okay.
Yeah, I was close.
Yeah. Well, he's back to being Blue Beetle.
Yeah. Remember, for anybody, again, playing the home game, New York-born Puerto Ricans are, it's illegal for us to learn Spanish.
Word. But
Where
yeah,
the fuck is cabs?
he's back to being Blue Beetle.
Well,
and
here's the funny thing. He was never not Blue Beetle. James Gunn, the minute he took over, they asked him about Xolo. And he said, we'll figure out how that movie works. If it does work, what we need to take from it. But he's in. He was the first from the original existing DC universe, the DCEU. That Gunn was like, no, he's in. And we'll figure out the rest later. That's how good of a fucking performance he gave. He was automatically in. He was more in than before John Cena was in.
And you're talking about with Peacemaker.
Yeah. Peacemaker.
No, but yeah. And then supposedly they're doing a movie with him. But here you go. In the original movie, his grandmother was a fucking resistance fighter, freedom fighter. She knew how to use the guns. The mother was strong to let the fucking Blue Beetle know inside him, like, yo, you protect my fucking son. This is cultural shit. Like Denzel likes to say, Quentin Tarantino and Martin Scorsese and whatever the fuck else his name is, they can do Casino and they can do that because it's cultural, but they can't do, black movies or whatever. Because we know what it's like to have a mom that's scared out of her mind, but will still threaten every single person in the fucking room.
Yeah.
Including you and whoever the fuck imaginary friend you have. Because there's no time to dispute whether you have an imaginary friend or not. We need to fucking do shit. So both of y'all motherfuckers relax. You know what I'm saying? And there is a pecking in the Spanish family, or at least in the Spanish family, there is a pecking order. There is who runs it and who steps up when somebody isn't there, and who needs to be the person we lean on. There is all of that. That's strength in the family. That's why a lot of the family culture is strong when it comes to minority based stuff. You know, because we always lean on each other, whether we intend to or not, or whether we need to or not, when shit hits the fucking fan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But let me guess. Oh no, it's this old woman, blah blah blah. It's not about men and women in this situation. Because not for nothing, if you're a fucking good parent, whether your kid has superpowers or not, your instinct is to protect them, your kids.
Yeah. And to go off of the grandmother, she fucking fought for her freedom to get out of whatever she was struggling against. You don't think she could pick up a fucking gun? Like, she didn't John Wick everybody. She picked up a fucking gun and pulled the trigger. Everybody on this motherfucking planet can do that.
You picked up the biggest gun.
Yo, y'all don't know fucking Spanish grandmas.
Word.
That gun weighed nothing to her.
Not when her baby was on the other side of that fucking wall. But all right, so how would you like to see him introduced into the DCU? Do you go off of the old movie? Do you make a whole new thing, or do you Spider-Man it?
I think you Spider-Man it. I think you Spider-Man it with a wink and a nod to the old movies. You know how, like, in Peacemaker, they made one reference to the fact that Rick Flag Sr. had his back broken, and that was the tie-in to Creature Commandos.
Yeah.
You do a wink and a nod. That, like, what I would do, I would have him and Trent Cord as secondary or tertiary characters in somebody else's movie. And when Trent Cord comes in, they make mention, oh, dude, nice to have you back. You've been gone for so long. That's the nod to the fact that he was gone in the first movie. And it ended with that whole, hey, did you heard him in wherever the fuck he was over the radio. Right? And you have a line like, yeah, it was hell or something. Like, he responds to it, but we're not all about it. And then he talks about, oh, I have my protege who took up the mantle. Again, a wink and a nod to he's already been this, but we're not concentrating on it. And then boom, now we have Trent Cord and we have Robbie Reyes. And then when somebody's like, oh, they make mention of the history. Oh, but he looks different than what you did when you were Blue Beetle. And he goes, yeah, I had just the suit and my gadgets. He was able to unlock the Scarab. I couldn't do it in my time. He could do it now. That is the fucking history of the Blue Beetle. Bang, in a few lines. They've existed. They have history. We don't need an origin again.
Now, in the cartoon that would have had the multiverse in it, you would have had Batman and or the Question give that information slightly. Like, we have a guy that also did tech, and now his protege has alien software on him or some shit. Like, just be like, Batman knows about the Blue Beetle.
Oh no, I would have loved. I mean, it's James Gunn. It's not out of the question.
Yeah.
But I would have loved to see the Question staring at something, and everybody's like, "The fuck is that?" It's like, "Oh, it's a scarab beetle from whatever the fuck the planet is." It's like it's currently attached to a kid named Robbie Reyes. Trent Cord fucked up by letting him have it, and everybody's like, the crowd is like, "Oh, we know those names," and everybody's like, "What?" And that's the setup for him to come in a movie later or somewhere down the line.
Because not for nothing, George Lopez mentioned Batman's a fascist. He mentioned other superheroes. So you can have that connection of George Lopez knows about Batman. and you know, his technology or whatever the fuck case may be. So it could be George Lopez's character tried to go to Wayne, Wayne Tech or some shit like that, or Batman. You know what I'm saying? Some to that effect. But for them to know, it just shows, okay, we have detectives here. We have people who do their due diligence. It's kind of like when the Flash goes, yeah, but you know, we can't be giving everybody our secret identity. I do this, and Batman's like, you're Wally West says Clark Kent. This is Deborah. Some blah, blah, blah. He's just showing all the fucking names.
Down the Prince.
Yeah, and he's like, "Who are you? I'm Batman." Because it's like, yo, let's get this shit over with. This is everybody. I know everybody. I know all y'all motherfuckers. You can't keep a secret. You can't keep a secret identity. Because that would make Batman, in a few sentences, and the question in a few sentences, people not to fuck with.
Yeah.
Because now when something happens and Batman figures it out, or the question figures it out, we know that we know these motherfuckers are good at what they do.
And to be clear, we haven't heard anything about the question showing up anywhere, but that is the type of guy that James Gunn will put in a movie.
Yeah. And yo, you want to talk about the perfect time for that? Because you have Superman in a situation where he's trying to be a role model and human. Batman, I don't know what type of Batman they're doing in this DCU.
I think if they're doing Bold and the Brave with Robin, that I think might be Damian Wayne, I think they might be doing the father role Batman.
Okay, so if
we haven't seen.
So if they do a father role Batman, the question could be that guy that is not the heart like the Flashes, but is the morality, where it's Superman. You have such great fucking power. Why wouldn't you use it? And just question everything that Superman stands for, and questions and makes Clark Kent go, wait, maybe I am full of shit. Like, you know, and he was like, no, this is something I have to prove every day now. Yeah. And then Batman's like, why are you treating your son like he's an assassin? Wouldn't he be better suited for if he was his father and not just another one of those people that treated him to kill everybody? Maybe that's what this kid needs. And then Batman goes, you know something? You're right.
The League of Shadows.
Yeah, you know, and then Batman's like, you know what? I have to treat this kid like a son or someone that's not just a fucking assassin because he is a child and he has to have some remnants of a fucking childhood. You know what I'm saying? Just so that way we can see why these characters are the way they are. We saw why Tony Stark turned to be the guy that lands on the grenade. We saw why Cap was the guy that said, you know what? I think I might go live the life that, you know, I was supposed to.
Yeah.
You know, we saw why fucking Sam Wilson stepped up to be a leader and bring the country. You know what I'm saying? Like, we saw all this.
Yeah,
so this
we saw why Bucky was willing to be like, no, it has to be you. I have too much shit to work through.
I still haven't got through the shit that I need to go through to get to be Captain America, which is beautiful. Now we're seeing why US Agent is gonna be from a dickhead to a hero, why Yelena could be a fucking hero now. The Guardian was that morality for them. You know, so it like this is what I'm saying. Like, this is what makes this shit beautiful, because comics are an extension of life that we get through, that we're able to deal with stuff at a catharsis or, you know, stress or whatever the case may be. This is that moment where we're able to let go of what we have and just let Superman save us, or let Batman save us, or let the Punisher get our aggression out, you know, shit like that.
Yo, you just gave me an idea for how to introduce the question if we really wanted it. We all know Superman 2 is coming out, and they just cast the main villain. I don't know if you know that or not.
Superman 2.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I'm trying to figure out. I know. No, I know that they were gonna do Superman 2. I don't know they cast it, but who's the villain?
Brainiac.
Okay, yeah. So I heard something about that. Yeah.
So what I would have is Superman as he's fixing the Fortress of Solitude and getting that all up and running and the robots and all that shit. They get a weird message that's coming across his fucking satellites or whatever he's got is detecting weird message. He goes to Mr. Terrific. Mr. Terrific is like, yo, I broke it down. I analyzed it. It sounds like a language, but I'm not too sure. This is not my area of expertise. But I know. And then Guy Gardner goes, I know somebody. And they take him to the question.
Oh,
And the question looks like some crazy ass fucking crackpot with no face or no details in his face mask. The trench coat and the hat, a wall with shit everywhere, red lines going everywhere, and you hear the name Brainiac from him, and Superman and even Mr. Terrific leave there going, damn, dude is fucking bananas. We can't trust what he says. That dude's crazy. Like everybody does when they first meet him. And then boom, Superman finds out, oh shit, it is Brainiac. What else does he know? And then we get our second scene where the question fills in. He does the little data dump where he gives us the whole story from his perspective, what he knows. There's parts missing. Maybe he's telling the truth. Maybe he's not. Give a little intrigue into the story of Brainiac and shit. And then when Superman's like, hey, you want to help me fight him? He looks up and goes, that's your job. My job is to fight these conspiracies. And now we have why he's not there throwing punches. He's in the background doing what he's doing.
And he can always be the connective tissue for other movies.
Yeah. Somebody can always go to him to find out the weirdest shit.
Hey, yo, you know what I would have on that wall with all that shit? Amanda Waller with a string to somebody.
I would have Clayface.
Yeah, just a bunch of
Easter eggs to every fucking thing that you have plans on.
Yeah. Fucking like negative zone with a question mark on it. Like, what the fuck is that? Like this guy heard everything. Like this guy knows about all the conspiracies about some shit. And it's like, how did you figure? Like, how did you? I got my head to the streets. What you may think is crazy. I asked the question, what is it? Yeah. And that's what makes him him. He's like, oh, a machine going around destroying planets for knowledge and all that other shit. That can't be real. An alien doing that can't be real. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, why not?
And then, if you want, because James Gunn said that he wants the DCU to just make movies, right? So he wants different tones, different things. Clayface is supposed to be a body horror. Green Lanterns is going to be drastically different than what we saw with Superman. That's more like a police procedural. If you want to really dive into the question, a fucking mystery. That's something we've never seen with superheroes before.
Yeah.
Like an honest to God, true fucking, we need to figure this out. And when we get to the end, all the shit we thought we knew, nope. We were wrong. It's this the whole time. The big twist, we're like, oh shit, I did not see this coming. And you got him. And he doesn't need a big fucking beam in the sky. I mean, maybe you can have him fight a couple of people, but it doesn't need to be so fucking bombastic, however you want to pronounce it. Like, it doesn't need to be this grandiose fucking thing. You could keep him in the pocket, exposing something greater that everybody else will have to deal with down the line.
Shit, I think that would be what gives DC their edge, because now he can be like the Oracle in the Matrix.
Yeah.
And and the thing is, didn't he have a relationship or a love interest with one of the other female? It wasn't the Black Cat. It was, who was it?
There was something there, but I don't remember, because that was not the point of the show.
No, yeah, but
They mentioned it,
but they have things for him, and like we said, this guy can be everywhere. And then the thing that I would want to see, like if they
Huntress.
like Mr. The Huntress.
The Huntress.
Let's say Mr. Terrific goes, "Oh, this isn't my expertise. We need some, like, I can't figure this out. I need either Green Lantern, Guy Gardner, or Hawkgirl." When they go, "I got somebody," they go, "Fuck. I just need someone." Fuck. Like, God damn, we gotta see him. And like, what do you mean him? And then that just opens up the gates of, what do you mean? What do you mean fuck? What do you mean by that?
Yo, and again, when you first meet him, we all have to be like, "No, this dude is no, this dude is fucking bananas." No.
Yo, and you know what the best part is? Let's say that movie's gonna come out after Lanterns, right?
What is Superman?
Yeah, let's say this happens to Superman. He can also go up to Guy Gardner and like, "Oh, here goes the other thing you asked me about," and that could lead into to fucking Lanterns
and
too.
just never say anything about it, because he don't. He's not talking to you. He's not gonna tell you.
Yeah, it could be something for the Lanterns 2, season 2, or something completely different. And that would be dope.
Or,
how cool would it be if the question had Viola Davis, right? And to Chris Flag, or what Sergeant Flag, right? Whatever the fuck his name is.
Rick Flag Sr.
Rick Flag Sr. to a Nazi symbol, to questioning another dimension. Like, he knows that Peacemaker went to another dimension and there was Nazis there. The Nazis won the war. Now he's questioning, maybe the Nazis won the war here. Because not every conspiracy theory pans out, but he does question everything.
And before anybody says anything, I'm going to preempt it. Renee Montoya, there is a female question. They can pick either one. Before anybody goes, they gender swap. No, there's already one.
How are females supposed to know anything? Let me tell something to Drew. I know everything there is to know about everything.
Dude, you just gave me another idea. What if in James Gunn's DCU, they take the question and they make him a barista at Starbucks, no mask, and they just walk up to him and he's like, "Yo, you know what I heard? I read on Twitter that there's blah 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 blah."
Like, what's
blah,
his
blah,
name?
blah blah blah. Huh?
Like, what's his name from Ant-Man?
Like,
Did you come to me to tell me that you wanted me to tell you that he did this, and I knew a friend that did this, and because I did this and he know that? What's his name?
Yeah, like Lewis.
That would be hilarious.
You know what's funny? That was supposed to be my joke answer, as in, like, well, let's take Wonder Man and concentrate him on only being an actor and do everything that had nothing to do with him. But yo, I'm like Larry Bird. I can't miss.
No, I mean, because the shit makes sense. Like, you don't need to be an astrophysicist to hear rumors and to dive into conspiracy theories. Like, how many people had conspiracy theories of aliens, of the what happened during the pandemic, the fucking recession we was in, all that other shit, 9/11. There's so many conspiracy theories. Like, how many? There's even conspiracy theories on Hitler dying. Like everyone has something about something.
Yeah.
And with the internet and the way people could just come on here and say whatever the fuck they want. Why wouldn't a barista be on some, I did a deep dive into YouTube and then I Googled something and I found out that fucking there's kids with 3 legs in Uruguay that make your shoelaces. And shoelaces are not purposely supposed to be waterproof because if you drown, then they won't get wet. What?
Yo, what if? Hear me out here. What if there's a seemingly random opening shot or opening scene of some dude, cameras behind him, all we see is the back of his head. He orders a coffee. The barista tells him this wild, stupid shit. Right? I heard from somebody's third uncle, twice removed, second cousin's female dog, that blah, 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 blah. And then when we finally meet the question, on his wall is parts of the fucking story we heard the barista say. And this motherfucker found out what parts of the story were actually true.
That would be dope because then you can lead into, I heard that there's a fucking shark man in Gotham. And he just turns around and goes, Central City or Star City. the alligator man is in Gotham. And people are like, this dude is crazy. But you got King Shark in Star City and fucking Killer Croc in Gotham like this. He knows, and y'all motherfuckers is bugging.
Yeah.
Because that's how you would, that would be an Easter egg for introducing the Flash and introducing Batman.
You know what I would do? I would do something that'd be the hardest thing in the world to do. And it'll be controversial. What I would do, to be honest.
Make Wonder Woman a woman?
No.
Fight it and you fucking print it.
I would make the question completely CGI. No, you know why?
So his face looks right.
No, so you never see his face. Like the actor who's doing the voice, you can announce it, but he's not the actor portraying him.
Like Silver Surfer.
Yeah. We never know what the question fucking looks like.
Mm.
And then you could find an actor. See, the only reason I say CGI is because in reality, I would cast somebody and never tell who it is. So I can randomly put the actor without the mask in the background or something, and you'll never notice.
And it'll be like a mystery. Like if you're good enough at conspiracy theories, you can find out. Like, yo, the question was talking about what someone said behind the Green Lantern, like intro. This is where those Easter eggs come in. Yo, Lantern season 1, episode 3, they go to a bar and somebody goes, yo, I heard that Batman fucking it was best friends with Two-Face, and when they were younger. But who the fuck is Batman? And then you just see on the poster, Batman connected to Two-Face through this college, this, that, and that, Wayne Enterprise. Like, you just see that on the screens. Like, oh wait, was he there? Did he hear that? Some shit about like, yo, the Flash can run X amount of miles, but it didn't happen until the quantum thing shit. And there's another Flash, but no one's seen him. And then another Flash, yellow Flash. What does this mean? Is this in reverse? Is there speed, speed force? And it's like, yo, wait, but that was in the Blue Beetle. Like, wait. And then you start looking like, who the fuck was there in each one of these scenes? Yeah. And now you become the question.
The only problem is that if we did a real actor, he would never be able to get the credit for it.
Yeah.
until we do some reveal or whatever. But as he's playing it, he'll never be able to go on TV and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm in the DCU. I'm the fucking Question."
But you know something though, that might make one actor very intrigued, because you know how Chris Evans was like, I don't want to be encapsulated in just being Captain America. I want to do other things. That could be Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt could be the Question. We finally get him in a fucking superhero movie.
We already got him in one.
Yeah, in Deadpool, right?
Yeah, he was the Vanisher.
Shit. No, but I think that would be dope, because then you would force people to be their own Question. Like, yo, you're following conspiracy theories, and sometimes you don't even, you just hear it, so you don't see who's there, so you can't just you can't justify that she threw a fucking jab with the lightsaber and now Palpatine's back. There is no no, you're crazy, even though you're right, and it is Bruce Springsteen. You're crazy. It's not him.
Yo, I just want to see Eric Voss, a new rock star, go absolutely fucking bananas trying to figure it out. And it's Mephisto. Fuck it. It's Mephisto. I don't know.
Because, yo, that would be dope, because you'll have one thing that contradicts another thing, but it doesn't really contradict things, because then you find out that
you see Questions board, you're like, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like, wait a minute. That was supposed to happen at the same time. But then you realize, wait, Lantern happened 3 months before Supergirl. That's why he was at the spot in 2 places at once. But how did he get out of space? He didn't. This dude was in outer space, and he was here in Star Labs getting the frothy fluff, and then he getting pizza. Is he the Question? No. Wasn't the Question. And the whole time it's just a guy, Spider-Man, do a backflip. You know, how fucking awesome would that be, just to fuck around? And Spider's backflip. It's on the wall. It's on the wall.
Dude, you know who I would ultimately make the Question, since this is never gonna fucking happen. James Gunn's not watching us. He's not gonna see this.
He should.
He should, but he's not. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
You know who I would make the Question? Henry Cavill. And I would have him like a fucking Where's Waldo in the background of every fucking movie show. I'm talking about so innocuous, you don't even, it might take you 2 months to fucking go over every frame just so you can see that one frame where you see the side of his fucking face, or that one frame where some dude in the background who you didn't even notice fucking cocked his arms. Like,
yeah, it's like Howard the Duck in fucking Infinity War.
Yeah.
If you didn't notice it, you didn't see it.
Yeah.
Yo, that would be hilarious. Write check and the script. Yo, oh man, just to fuck with the MCU, I would have on the questions table, not even on the board, just on the table. They could write Blade, can't they? Oh, just like, what's wrong with Blade?
Blade, question mark. WS Blade, question mark.
Shit. Yeah, just start fucking mad random questions and shit.
Yo, but how? I mean, that's what I would do. No, just that whole mystery wrapped in a character who's not even in these movies to get you to engage with all these fucking movies.
You know what? I would also like. It goes something for you, MCU side. You introduce the fucking mutants. I would introduce that mutant that when you see him, he helps you out, but then when he leaves, you forget all about him.
Oh, forget me not?
Yeah. And I would not have him in any movies, but I would have him do press tour after press tour after press tour for all the shit that his character did in the movie. So people like, he didn't do nothing. Like, he's a real mutant. Just to fuck with people.
Yo, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. If you just take an act like I mean, he's already been in there, so you can't really use him. But I like Walter Goggins. If you used him as Forget Me Not, and you film a bunch of shit with him on set everywhere, but all of his shit gets cut. He does the press. I'm part of the X-Men. I'm Forget Me Not. Nobody ever remembers me being there. And then 2, 3, 5 years down the road, Disney Plus special. Here's everything he actually did. And you show all the shit that you filmed with him over that span. And we're like, God damn, this motherfucker did. And nobody, I don't remember this. Like, that's the point.
Word.
That's the fucking point. But in order for, see, here's the issue. In order for that to work, you would need an actor who likes the idea, a writer who knows the character and likes the idea, a director or directors who are okay with filming shit just for that specific purpose to put on the cutting room floor and in that reel. You would need a producer who is okay with spending money on this. And for God's sake, God fucking forbid, you would want a crew and a team that wants to have fun with a fucking idea that involves a goddamn fucking comic book character.
Word. Write the fucking check. Write the fucking check.
Matter of fact, I volunteer as tribute. I'll play Forget Me Not.
Right? Shit. And if you give me the money, I'll be the producer. Shit. No, but yo, that'd be dope because there'll be plenty of things. Like you could have a fucking scene where he's in fucking Avengers 1 saving people on that bridge. And people are just crediting Captain America, but he's also there fucking fighting the fucking aliens and shit. He saved more people than Cap, but no one remembers. Like he told Tony Stark, is like, you know that glove is all nanobots, right? You could just absorb the stones. Oh shit, that's right. And then he grabs him. I'm Iron Man, and no one remembers that it was his idea to do that shit. He's the one that's on the fucking phone. Miss Marvel, we need you. They're fucking attacking. Come on. Because everybody's like, all these loose ends, like, what happened with the hand? He was there. Like, he was reporting. He was the report. Telling everybody what's happening with the hand. All these scenes in every movie, the hand has animanium. They're gonna melt down the animal, and it's in every movie. Everything. It's just like, nope, you forgot about it. Why not? At this point, why not have some fun with the shit?
I mean,
there's always a character that has fun with something.
I feel like that's what Wonder Man should have been. Because, like I said, I don't like the way he said it, but I agree with what he said, that this is going to be some weird meta. Look at us. We can make fun of us. Yeah. With Marvel and Hollywood and all that shit. When they should just have fucking fun with it, man.
I hope so, too.
Because I honestly, I think that's what happened with Agatha. Agatha was decent. Again, it's not. I'm not the target audience for it, so I didn't connect 100%.
But it was enjoyable.
But they just had fucking fun with it.
Yeah.
They weren't trying to do nothing stupid. They just had fun. It was like, yo, what? Let's just make a fucking show. Like, let's just make the show we want to make, and fucking whatever happens, happens.
Yeah. That's fucking. I mean, sometimes you need that, and it will be a good icebreaker. Because Ant-Man was supposed to be fun. Ant-Man was that icebreaker where it was like, this dude ain't on the top of his fucking game, but he's Ant-Man and he's doing shit that, introducing the quantum realm, and it's mostly Hank Pym that's the smart guy, and he's just the guy like, I'm here doing what I need to do. That's what the Guardians of the Galaxy was, the heart and all that other shit. But sometimes you just need that movie where it's like, this shit is dope.
Yeah. Save all the serious shit for Doomsday.
Yeah. I think maybe if because they weren't able to release it in time, but I think Black Widow should have been one of those movies that were fun. Introduce the the Red Guardian. Let him.
It's funny that you said they weren't able to release it in time when they didn't want to make the movie in the first place.
Yeah, but it would have been fun as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have had that same shit at the end, and then you could have had the prototype of this girl. What was the telephonesis, fighting phonesis?
Oh, Taskmaster?
Taskmaster. A prototype of Taskmaster. Look, why not? Because you killed her off. So Firefly ain't in here no more. And if you get the reference, you get the street. But yeah, I mean, why would they kill her off?
Huh?
Why would they kill her off?
I mean, I think there was so much fan backlash about her as a character that she served twofold, right? One, we can get rid of that character and either try again or just it's done. They tried it and they fucked it up. But more importantly, you get an actual fucking actress that you had to pay money. This isn't some random girl. This is a legit. You paid her to be in here. We know she's in here. Oh shit, she died. Okay, does that mean anyone in this movie can die? So it killed two birds with one stone.
Yeah. Which only makes sense if someone else died. Like, Game of Thrones took that shit serious. Like, oh, we got a top tier actor and we killed him. That means anyone in the show can die. And most of the people in the show died. So
hold on, but Sean Bean dies in every fucking thing he does. Like, Sean Bean dying is like New York Puerto Ricans not speaking Spanish. It's like, of course.
Wait, or does he? Or is he Forget Me Not? Has he been living this whole time? We just forgetting. Shit, but speaking of forgetting, got some news here. First off, I agree with this statement, but Robert Downey Jr. thinks that Guardians of the Galaxy is the best Marvel movie. I think at least it's the best trilogy. His quote is, "Galaxy in some ways is the best Marvel movie ever."
And that's his opinion. Guardians is not even in my top 10. But I'm a harsher critic and I'm looking at it from a different perspective. If in terms of trilogy, I think it's the only pure trilogy, no?
Yeah, because the Guardians of the Galaxy, the trilogy in that is actual like lineage story. We see these characters go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4.
Yeah.
Not just in situation after situation after situation.
Yeah, like Cap was World War II. We got a thing. When he came back, he was all about Bucky. And his third one, it was Civil War. Everybody's fucking everybody up.
Yeah. So it was a complete trilogy, yeah.
Yeah, Spider-Man isn't really... I mean, yes, it is a trilogy because it's 3 movies, but there's a 4th one coming out, and it was really a prequel, setting up the whole Aunt May dying with great power, then must come great responsibility. Like,
And you know what it is? Those Spider-Man movies felt like episodes
yeah,
instead of for like, you know, a linear story. Because the first one, he's in high school, he gets his powers, he's trying to be a normal kid, and he's biting more than he can chew. And the second one, he's in France, getting manipulated by Mysterio. He's a kid, you know, and then
good old Quentin Beck.
yeah, then they fucking say his identity and fuck his shit up. The third one, he just
The third one belonged to Andrew Garfield and
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire.
yeah, where it's their redemption, and now we get to see the beginning of him.
Yeah, and as much as people love Iron Man 2 and 3, not the strongest movies.
No,
So I guess based on the pure fact that Guardians 1 is definitely a good movie. Guardians 3 is definitely a good fucking movie. Guardians 2 is passable.
Guardians 2 had moments. I think ego and that whole he's a demigod or whatever fucking that part of the story was weak, but everything around that encompassed that outside of that plot was strong. Like Rocket doing his own thing and beating up all those guys on his own, strong. You know, the
Yondu and the Ravengers.
yeah, that was really fucking strong. The Golden People, that was kind of strong also. But you know, Drax with the alien with Mantis. That was also fucking strong. Nebula and
More.
Gamora. I was gonna say Galileo. Nebula and Gamora, their sisterhood and what brought them together, strong. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good movie, just taken in a weird direction, I guess, at the end.
Yeah, but again,
What's up, Leon?
again, if you compare it to 1 and 3, it is definitely the weaker.
Yeah, but it's not Thor.
Oh, it'll never be Thor.
You know something?
Thor wouldn't be the best trilogy in Marvel if they made him 3 brand new movies and each movie won an Oscar for Best Picture.
The word. You know what's crazy? When I watched the MCU movie shit, because I did it twice, I always skip the Thors. The only one I don't skip is Ragnarok. I skipped the first one also.
Really?
You know something? Because I don't want to fucking watch all these movies with just him and Natalie Portman having a fucking high school musical. I'm sorry. I know the first one wasn't completely that, but the first one was just straight out. It was what was the movie where Brendan Fraser was frozen as a caveman and they had to teach him how to be
Man.
Yeah, the first one felt like Encino Man to me. He comes down a god, he's retarded, he doesn't know how to drink from a cup or ask for a refill. And now Natalie Portman's fucking awkward and in love with him. He was like, all right, whatever. It's like, yo, get your shit together, woman. You and this motherfucker, both of y'all. Get your shit together. Do that shit on your own time. And then fucking don't even get us started. Leon, do not get Cap started with Moliere. Don't get him started with Moliere with this shit. All right? We see you fucking Leon trying to start problems already. Come over here saying, what's up, knuckleheads? You know what's up. But yeah, that was horrible. I skipped them shits. Ragnarok I watched. I tried to watch Thor Love and Thunder, but that was like the only reason to watch Thor Love and Thunder is for Christian Bale. Which I honestly think Christian Bale can be the Joker.
Yo, the only reason to watch is for Christian Bale and that one scene where he goes into where the kids are.
Yeah.
Other than that, yo, how the fuck did you waste Christian fucking Bale
Mm-hmm.
and the character of Gord.
Yeah. And didn't he? And the part where he kills that the monster god, and he's like, "Yo, that's the most gentle god in the world." To not see Gorg talk to that god about their differences, and Gorg just like he's so possessed by the sword that he has to kill him, but just to see, like, to try to get some kind of reasoning from him is hindsight 2020. But that's kind of ridiculous. We got the first god you killed. It's like, okay, yeah, kill this motherfucker. Please kill this motherfucker. Kill Zeus too, because I didn't know Zeus was this bitch ass motherfucker also. But you mentioned that this one is a decent god. Where are those? Where are those gods?
Yeah. And the fact that Thor's a god as well, but he's not regarded as one.
Yeah. Yeah. And no one gives a shit that he's the son of Odin. Fuck him. Like, I would want to see how Odin was regarded in that area. In that situation, if Odin came down, what would they have done? Like, Zeus would have been like, look at this fucking cocksucker coming into my house with his stick talking to me like this. With the fucking lightning bolt.
I flick.
like really? That don't sound like Zeus to me.
Actually, if you know anything about Greek mythology, that is Zeus. Zeus has tried to seduce women as a goose, an ant, and a pile of money.
Just to do it?
Yeah, because Zeus is fucking weird. If you actually look at what he's done in Greek mythology, you're like, who the fuck let this Poseidon? You letting him do this shit?
Damn. And then people worship this one?
He's the king of the gods.
I guess
he locked up he went against his father Kronos and tied up all the fucking Titans.
Was Kronos a Titan?
Yeah. Kronos, Saturn, I forget all the other ones, but they were the original. They were the originals. And then they created the gods, Zeus and all that. And Zeus was like, yo, fuck that. I've had enough. And he took him out and took over. Now, you tell me, then, regardless of what the fuck happens, regardless of how you feel about LeBron James, if he showed up, if he was there instead of Kobe, right? If you reverse when they came out and LeBron came out next and utterly just wiped the floor with Jordan and made it more clear that he's the heir apparent over Jordan than Jordan did with Bird and Magic, you'd have no choice but to be like, no, he has to be the GOAT.
Yeah.
Regardless of what the fuck else he does.
I get it. Yeah. Yeah, fuck Thor. Yeah. No, matter of fact, it's not even Thor. No. Fuck Thor and Waka Waka Leaky. He's the one.
But Thor, you can't say fuck Thor because he's good in every other movie that has nothing to do with just him.
He's like, no, because they were actually good Hulk movies. So he wasn't even like the Hulk. But yeah, in Avengers 1, Point Break, he was good. All the other movies, he was good. But then Waka Leaky just fucked up his shit. Fucked up his whole shit. Damn. They ruined fucking World War Hulk. The fucking Planet Hulk. Fucking son of a bitch. Moving on to something lighter. This, yeah, this is not comic book related, but Brian Fuller, the creator of the Hannibal series, revealed that his dream project would be a limited series adaptation of Silence of the Lambs, starring Mads Mikkelsen as Hannibal and Zendaya as Clarice.
Ooh. So Mads Mikkelsen played Hannibal in the short-lived TV show that was on, I believe, NBC. And he's Hannibal Lecter. And it was all the shit that happened before he got caught.
Okay.
I think that would be fucking fantastic to do a short miniseries. And if they do it like they did with the movie, a short miniseries where Mads Mikkelsen is only in it for 15 fucking minutes. And he's one of the best parts. As Zendaya is going around and actually hunting for Buffalo Bill and solving other mysteries and shit like that. Because you know that story, right? Anthony Hopkins won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for Silence of the Lambs. He was in the movie for 15 minutes.
Jesus. Do you know Carlito's Way?
Yeah.
You know his lawyer?
Yeah.
Apparently he was only in the movie for like 25% of it, but he caused 60% of the fucking problems in the plot.
Dude, a character doesn't need to be on screen all the time to do shit.
Yeah.
Remember, if you build your world correctly, shit is still happening in the background. If I take this camera right now and walk outside, shit's happening out there. The world didn't stop because we're doing this right now.
Even though they should all be watching. Write the check, James Gunn. Write the fucking check. So you don't have a problem with Zendaya, because most of the comments on this post are why Zendaya? Why Zendaya?
I mean, she's a little bit of the it girl at the moment. Like kind of like Pedro Pascal was like, God damn, they put this motherfucker in everything. But much like Pedro Pascal, I have not seen him be bad yet. I have not seen Zendaya be bad yet. And if Zendaya wants to get taken a little more seriously after playing the teenage MJ in the Spider-Man movies, I know she's got Euphoria, which is fucking bananas on its own, what that show does. But if you want something that could be a little more digestible, taking on Hannibal Lecter as Claire, like that's a step in the right direction. And yes, I know she's in Dune, but fuck that boring ass movie.
Don't worry. Okay. So there's a here goes a little, I guess, fan theory or some shit, but we're talking about Ronin and the Punisher. If they both were alive during the 5 years after the snap and were targeting criminals in New York, then they had to have had come across paths at least once.
True, but I don't think Ronin was solo in New York. Because if you remember in Endgame,
In Japan.
you found him in Japan.
Yeah.
With the Yakuza.
But I think they were saying that if he was killing, like, remember, he killed some of the mobsters in New York, you know, according to Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Season 1.
So, but now, here's the thing.
Punisher wouldn't have let him live with it?
No, I think Ronin would have been smart enough to avoid Frank Castle.
Yeah, because he would have had to have known about him being a fucking spy and shit like that. Like everyone, Shield knows about everybody. Yeah, they should.
Especially somebody like Frank.
Word.
And I like, why, other than just for the benefit of us, right? Watching some new content that might be cool. From a character standpoint, what the fuck would be the benefit to run into the Punisher? Because one of two things are gonna happen. Either he's not gonna vibe with you and now you're fucking stuck fighting the Punisher. Or he's gonna be like, oh, you're doing the same shit I'm doing. Cool. And he's not gonna care and he's gonna go do his own thing. He doesn't have the same affinity for, he likes Daredevil and he likes Cap, or he respects Cap. Outside of that, he really doesn't give a shit about anybody else enough to stick around unless he's absolutely forced to.
What about Spider-Man?
He don't give a fuck about Spider-Man. He was sent to hunt him, and then he found out, oh, okay, you're not the one I'm supposed to be hunting. All right, and then fucking left. You don't give a shit. Yo, the fucking team up with him and Venom or Anti-Venom. That was like watching a fucking divorced couple go on a road trip. Where you're like, yo, I swear to God, I'm gonna shoot you. And it's like, yo, not if I eat your head first, you bit. Like the bickering back and forth was like, why are y'all together? Y'all could have just drove separately and be like, well, I'll meet you there. We'll kill everybody, and then I'll meet you back somewhere else. Like,
Word. Then we'll go our separate ways. Shit. You know, Ian McKellen, Magneto.
yes.
He said that he wishes that he can act as well as Brendan Fraser. Now, in the tidbit that I saw, the video of him explaining, was the fact that when you look at Brendan Fraser in a movie, you can see on his facial expressions, he's pondering every choice that character has to make in order to respond to people. So it's like Bedazzled. You see him genuinely being that guy going, I want a Big Mac and fries. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wishes that he had that ability to
That
just
authenticity.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I would have to see The Whale in order to fully get that.
Because that's the movie everybody said that Brendan Fraser broke through, right?
Well, I mean, that's the one that got him the Oscar.
Then HBO Max.
Because let's face it, the mummies are good. But that wasn't like, you didn't need to be Sir Ian McKellen for that. Encino Man was good. Airheads were good, but you didn't need to be, you know what I mean? Like,
Nah, I hear you.
but you know what's funny? I can see what he's saying. Because there are some miniature painters, right? That I watch and I'm like, damn. They're not doing anything that's outside of the realm of what anybody could do if you pick up a brush and paint. But the way they blend, or the way they have their little knack of what the fuck they do where and why they put a color, turns it into something we're like, damn, this person's fucking good. So I guess from an actor standpoint, he sees the little bits of, as Russell Crowe once said, the little bits of color and texture and flavor in his performance that we're not getting outright as an audience. But if you knew acting, you would see, look at what he did there. That's something I wish I can do.
No, I get it. Yeah. It's the simplicities of shit.
Yeah, because perfect example, like Russell Crowe was saying when he did Gladiator, Ridley Scott walked up to him and was like, "Hey, I just need you to look off into the battlefield, or the battlefield's there. Look away. You see a bird, and it flies away." And then Russell Crowe was like, "I took his direction. I looked at the bird. I put my little pops of color and flavor in there, and the bird flew away. And it drew my attention back to the battlefield." And he said once he did that, Ridley Scott went up to him and was like, "We're going to make a lot of fucking money together." So, I mean, if he's saying that he sees something, then you know what? We got to go with it, because I don't know the craft well enough to be like, bullshit.
I hear you. I'm trying to remember some of those movies that he did, but I mean, at one it's been a long time since we've seen any of those movies.
You remember the Airheads, though, right? It's the one with Steve Buscemi, Adam Sandler, and him, where they're the rock stars that take hostage the radio station.
Yes.
They won't let them play the fucking music.
Damn, I think I seen that movie once. But I remember, yeah. Shit, I remember people wanted him to play Sergeant Slaughter.
I think that's who they thought he was going to play in the G.I. Joe movie. But he turned out to play a distant fucking relative of O'Connor, the character he played in The Mummy. I think that's officially canon, is he's part of that fucking family line.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. I don't know if I could see him playing Sergeant Slaughter. And again, not because he's not a good actor, but if anybody knows Sergeant Slaughter, there's something particular in the voice that gives him a gravitas that's different than everybody else.
This is for the US of A.
Listen up, you puke.
Either we all go home or no one goes home. Shit. That fucking movie. You know, I'm happy they didn't make that movie a live action movie. But that movie should have been a live action movie. I don't know why when they try to adapt things like G.I. Joe, which G.I. Joe in reality could be based in reality. I don't know where those mech suit came from in the first one.
Oh, they were actually part of the battlesuit armors that you used to get.
You know, but you know, and then
part of the toy line.
Yeah, but I honestly think you could have had the G.I. Joe in a serious movie, and it would have been phenomenal. Because think about it. If we would have saw the beginning, right, where it's not boot camp, but it's you're going through the G.I. Joe training, and you have all these characters and Roadblock characters like, yo, this motherfucker's a genius with all this shit, but he's a little weird. Like, you got to be weird to be in this program. This is worse than the Navy SEALs, let's say. Hey, this is the best of the best. And my man's like, all right, we got to go, but don't nobody know. You know, and he's like, why you keep rhyming? I ain't rhyming. It's just all about timing. You know, something like that. And he's like, I don't know, but this dude, he's the best demolition expert, some shit, right? Then you have Flint and Junkyard Dog, and it's like, this is what makes my team the best. Because I don't give a fuck. All that extra shit. They're the best at what they do. Like the A-Team. You know what I'm saying? But like, you could have made this serious. Like, Full Metal Jacket had all those personalities also. And that was a serious fucking movie.
Yeah. but I'm not. You could have, right? But I'm a little weary about making something that's so self-serious when the original purpose of it was to spark imagination and fun. Because like you could have made the D&D movie like Game of Thrones, and it could have been a serious fucking, oh, we're on a fucking epic, like this is King Arthur, and the stakes are fucking high. But you played D&D with me.
Yeah.
D&D, even at its best, even at its most serious, is always one fucking away from everybody at the table laughing. And now there's levity.
Yeah.
Like,
But this is where most of those characters come in that, you just, they give you that levity. Like the whole movie doesn't have to be levity. What was Channing Tatum? He was Flint, right?
he was Duke.
He was Duke. Was Duke
Yeah.
a fucking idiot?
No. He's the honest to God leader of the fucking team.
You know what I'm saying? And we seen Channing Tatum fucking, I was gonna say dance. We seen him fucking act.
Hold on. I got it. Give me 2 seconds to pull it up.
All right.
All right, talk amongst yourselves.
No, yeah. I mean, we seen him act. And we seen him fucking do other things. So he doesn't have to be 21 Jump Street just because he's in a G.I. Joe movie.
This. If you would have turned this. Have you ever seen this?
No.
It's on Amazon Prime.
I think I put it in the watch list.
Oh, I put it in there because I've watched it already. You want the serious G.I. Joes? This is how you do it.
All right. I'm gonna have to watch that. I'm gonna have to watch that. All right. All right. So here goes another little tidbit for you. Let me know what you think about this. Watching Predator once a week raises your testosterone levels by 400%.
Say that first part again.
Watching Predator once a week raises your testosterone level by 400%.
That's obviously a joke, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. What do you think about that?
I think only if you watch Dylan, you son of a bitch, and the zoom in on the biceps. Right then and there, that's the spike.
Word. Okay, so I got 3 more things at least. There's a comic book. Two of those little pages where, and let me know if you know this or not. Magneto is punching the Red Skull in the face, and he says, "You'll die pure. No magnesium, just fist."
I've never seen that, but it makes so much sense given his fucking history. I don't know if that's real though. Because don't forget, Johann Schmidt does have some version of the super soldier serum. And even though Eric Lencher's mutation does afford some level of strength and longevity, it's not to that extent. But that makes the perfect fucking sense.
right?
Given the history of those two characters, I gotta look up to see if that's actually.
Because you know what's funny? Like that would have went past my head, Magneto and Red Skull. You know, just to see them two together. Somebody put a comment. And I want to hear your thoughts on this comment. It goes, Venom became a hero because he was popular. Magneto became one because every day is harder not to agree with him.
Say that one more time.
Venom became a hero because he was popular.
Okay.
Magneto became a hero because every day it's getting harder to not agree with him.
I agree with that 100%.
Like the older you get, the more you understand. All right. So while you look that up,
Yes, Magneto and the Red Skull have fought, most notably during the Acts of Violence storyline, where they had a grudgingly alliance, but also clashed, with Magneto once beating Red Skull to death in one continuity / incarnation. And it even says without even needing his powers, showcasing the intense rivalry and power imbalance. So in the Act of Vengeance storyline, I guess they were forced to work together, and Eric said, "No, fuck this," and just beat him to death.
shit. and people think comics are for fucking little kids. So, all right. So going from one strong shit to a memory, how Seal made a song for the Batman movie that had nothing to do with the Batman movie, The Kiss on the Rose of the Grave.
Yeah.
It's like people now are just starting to realize that shit. But not for nothing, yo, that song was so that song was so powerful that it deserved to be in the Batman.
Baby, I compare you to a kiss from a rose on the grave. Ooh, the more I get at you, the stranger it feels, yeah.
Shit.
I mean, how does that not say Batman?
That's I'm seeing Batman just fly in the air, just shit. He's thinking about his that day in the alley.
Yeah.
You know, shit.
There used to be a day and time when the Waynes were alive, but they were killed in the alley in the theater outside. And Bruce became a man that's dressed as a bat. And would you know that when it snows, the Joker comes out and slashes the tires of his car?
Shit. That's it. Write the check. Write the fucking check. Shit. Now,
I listen to a lot of Weird Al.
hey, listen. It be that way. If these three people were running for president, who would you vote for? Superman, Spider-Man, Optimus Prime.
Whew. Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime was the only one out of the three who actually wanted political change for his entire planet.
Uh-oh. Question. I was a baby or wasn't born when that movie came out. Did it have a lot of advertisements and a video game? What you talking about, the Batman movie?
Yeah, that was for which Batman was that? Was that that's the Val Kilmer one, right?
No, I think that's the one with the Joker and
Batman Forever.
Yeah, Batman Forever.
So that's the one with Val Kilmer. Get the fuck out of here. You weren't alive when Val Kilmer was Batman?
1995.
Really? Shit. So there
Ray
was
wasn't alive for that shit neither.
Huh?
Ray wasn't alive for that shit neither.
The fuck?
Yeah, we some old motherfuckers. He was born in 98. Look at that.
Damn, I was already 75 when that came.
Word.
No, yeah, there was a little video game. It wasn't as hyped as it would be today. I think the 1989 Batman, the original one had more press to it. Then when the second one came out, McDonald's lambasted DC and the guy who directed it, whose name is fucking who the fuck directed Edward Scissorhands? He directed Dumbo. My memory is becoming more and more shot. Tim Burton. Yeah, so McDonald's essentially yelled at Tim Burton and DC and Warner Brothers because they couldn't sell Happy Meal toys because they thought Part 2 Batman Returns was like a horror movie to them. With the mayor, Christopher Walken, and the Penguin, like Catwoman, they all thought it was a horror movie. So then they tried with Batman Forever to be a little lighter. And by the time they went to Batman with George Clooney, that was full on, we need to sell toys. The only objective is to sell toys. That's why it became goofier and more colorful and
Kill the dinosaur.
Yeah. The greatest movie line ever uttered.
Yeah, so now it begs the
So
question.
who would you vote for?
I was gonna say Optimus Prime also, because he's the only one that actually seemed like a leader, where Superman seemed like a savior and a soldier.
The one you cannot vote for is Spider-Man.
Yeah, because he's a child.
No, fuck the child. I mean, forget the fact that he's a child. Forget the fact that he's a child. Everything wrong happens to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like he can't live a life without tragedy. I don't want that shit in the fucking White House.
Yeah. And Superman is a protector. He's a soldier. I don't think where Optimus Prime is also a protector, but he's more of a leader.
He's more pragmatic. He's willing to do
what needs
necessary.
To be done. Like, he got the old spark because he was worthy of it, but then he handed it off to Hot Rod because he knew that he needed to sacrifice himself for these guys to get away.
Well, technically to Ultra Magnus. Couldn't get it open. Because Ultra Magnus is a piece of shit. Nah.
He didn't have
just a rip-off, but
yeah. But that's why I was, because even in we gotta watch that cartoon again. The Transformers, the new one. That shit was dope. But like it was just this dude became a leader and he was just somebody you can aspire to be in.
What was the third question you had?
Well, that was the third one. So it was the Seal, the president, and
you only asked the Seal and the president one.
Oh no, the other one was hold up.
Wait, you said Shia LaBeouf is returning to Transformers?
The Seal. And the Magneto.
Oh, okay.
But now, because we was talking about the Batman shit with Val Kilmer and all that. What's the best Batman movie? Is the original Batman still the best Batman?
In my opinion, and I'm in the minority, I think Batman Begins is the best Batman film. But as you can see here, everybody's going to say The Dark Knight. But that's only because Heath Ledger put in such a fucking powerhouse performance that it elevated that movie. If you keep that movie the exact same, but instead of Heath Ledger hitting 100% like he did, he hits 80%, everybody's still talking about how Jack Nicholson is a better Joker. And that movie doesn't get praised as much because that movie really has little to do with Batman himself. But I honestly believe that that Christopher Nolan's first Batman, Batman Begins, is a more comprehensive look at Batman.
It makes more sense than the Batman.
Yeah.
The Twilight. Just because you have if we're gonna order this shit, we need to order it in bulk because you can't walk around the only person that has these gauntlets as Batman. Is like, well, it was Bruce Wayne who did it.
And,
you know?
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, Michael Keaton was a great Batman, not so good Bruce Wayne. Val Kilmer was a better Bruce Wayne, not so good Batman. George Clooney was just George Clooney.
Yeah.
He ain't try to be any of them. He was just George Clooney. Christian Bale played Bruce Wayne and Batman to perfection. Robert Pattinson was decent enough as Batman. But because of where we met him, he forgot that he had to be Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Because I've lost both parents as well. Not at the same time and in the tragic way he did, but I lost both of them. And if I took 15 years to become a bat, but then had to fucking also be the playboy, you best believe I would have learned to do both so that you couldn't distinguish what was going on with me. Like, oh, that's fucking Bruce Wayne. He can't be Batman. Look at this pompous ass motherfucker. Like,
because that's part of Batman's code. You can't get close to him because if someone knew that you knew him, they would go after you. But also, he can't let people know that he's Bruce Wayne because he has the largest target on his back.
Yeah. Hey, you might love Zoe Kravitz, but you can't tell me that as Catwoman, she was sexier than Michelle Pfeiffer. Because Michelle Pfeiffer literally played up the femme fatale.
Yeah.
The actual fucking shit that Selena Kyle does.
Yeah. Because it's Poison Ivy and Catwoman are supposed to be like temptress.
Yeah, people forget. Selena Kyle lived on the street. She did what she had to do to fucking survive. She is not above using her femininity to gain the upper hand. She's not supposed to be some activist fucking character where, you know, she's the poster child for some whatever political statement you want to make. No, this is somebody who knows that the guy she's trying to hunt down likes big tits, so she's going to use her tits and use her ass and whatever to distract you as she's stealing from you, beating the shit out of you, doing whatever she needs to fucking do. And she's not apologetic about it because what the fuck are you going to do to her?
And I think that's why Batman likes it, because he's also willing to do what he needs to do to get to where he's going, right?
I honestly think that the only reason Batman and her get like soulmates?
Because she can charm him.
No, she doesn't give a shit about either persona. She found a way to get to the man.
Yeah, I mean that shows a lot in
as you're
was
thinking,
it Injustice?
Yeah,
where Superman told her like, "Yo, he needs you because Robin died, or Nightwing died."
Yeah, you could take Halle Berry over Michelle Pfeiffer, but you cannot take her as Catwoman over Michelle Pfeiffer.
That Catwoman movie sucked.
That wasn't even Catwoman. That was feline person.
Yeah, that was
feline female.
Yeah, that was Carol Burnett.
Now, if you're into that persuasion of ladies, you can go with Eartha Kitt, who played Catwoman in the Adam West Batman. You can pick her over Michelle Pfeiffer if you want to go Catwoman for Catwoman.
Yeah. Somebody put it in the group chat going, "You might hate Nickelback, but you can't deny Hero fits Thor's entrance very well in Infinity Wars."
Yeah. Dude, I've been looking at fucking videos where they literally are like, "Yo, that song fits everywhere." And it's literally Dodgeball, Pacific Rim. Like they pick the most obscure movies, and just at that most dramatic point, it comes out. It's fucking amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she played Selena Kyle, first African American woman to do so.
You know, I've already said Zoe's out there, but could have been Catwoman. So all right, so Leon's saying that Zoe's out there. So Gamora.
Yeah.
Gamora should have been Cat.
I don't know. If you've seen Colombiana, I don't think so.
Everywhere else though, like even like in Avatar, the facial expression she has, the emotion she has, I think just to be that pure, just for the dynamic between her and Batman, I can see that. Everything else, okay, you know, it's like, yeah, she's sexy, whatever, but you need, because even Scarlett Johansson, that's the Black Widow, right?
Yes.
I can't see her playing Catwoman. You know what I'm saying? Because the way she played the Black Widow, she used her sex appeal. She was just a woman that was badass.
Yeah, because I don't, you know, Disney wasn't gonna do that at the time, but
yeah, but
this Alexandria Daddario, this is who I would put as Catwoman.
Okay, what are her credentials?
She did the True Detective. She was in the Percy Jackson movies back in the day. She was in Baywatch with The Rock.
Okay.
She did Witches of Eastwick. Like, she can act, but she also has the ability. She has the ability to still be taken seriously, even though she might need to tap into that femininity to get the job done.
What about Agent Hill?
Who, Maria Hill?
Yeah.
She's a little too gruff. Like, Catwoman needs to be somebody that the second you see her, you're enamored. And like she could just fucking bat an eye. And she's like, "Oh, I got him."
So she needs to be Stephanie McCoy.
Yeah. Or as as Booker T would say, yeah, man.
Why is there only 3 people watching, brother? Stream on Twitch. Yo, let me fill you in with a little secret here, brother.
We got 47 mil. Nah.
I am on Twitch. Thank you for the advice. Appreciate it.
Plot twist.
I'm on Twitch, Kick, Rumble, The Jungle, Spotify, YouTube, Graham Cracker, any place you could stream.
You still on Instagram Live or whatever the fuck?
We used to be, but then yeah. No. I know. I hear you. It's just McMahon. I'm everywhere, brother. I'm trying to get all the eyes I can, anywhere I can. I hear you. And I appreciate it.
Hey, spread the word.
Yeah, my retort wasn't to be an asshole. It was like, no.
We tried.
That idea went through my head too, brother. That idea went through my head too. Shit. But yeah, as we close out, so your Catwoman would be her.
Yeah, because like I said, Catwoman, especially because she's a thief. She needs to be able to be somebody who realistically easy marks would look at and fucking rule over without her ever having to say anything. And then she could steal from them, either pickpocketing or she can get whatever information she needs from them and then come back later in the suit and fucking take whatever she needs.
Real quick, McMahon, we do sometimes talk about video games, especially ones that would just come out, like Caps into them. I haven't played in a minute, but we do talk about video games. Cabs, whenever he decides to come back, he talks about video games a lot, you know. But we talk about most like pop culture with this. Today is comics, so we took movies, comics, video games, stuff like that. Tomorrow is sports. Thursday is wrestling. Friday is life, and Monday we watch Raw. We watch Monday Night Raw, so we're on all week. So if you want to talk about some shit, we usually get off at 11. You come back next week or whenever you want, drop a comment. We'll talk about what we need to talk about. Our topics are whatever comes up when we're talking.
Yeah, the only time we have something like specifically solid, especially for this show, is when there's something that demands it.
Yeah,
like we're gonna be talking nonstop about Wonder Man when it comes out. If more news comes out about Doomsday or shit, we could talk about NVIDIA and how they're fucking up video games going forward.
Yeah, they
next week, like
they're discontinuing the 5070 and the 5060 Ti's, and because of the AI shit, they don't have enough demand with the RAM. And
yeah, Jeff Bezos is trying to start a fucking gaming cloud service where you would rent. Essentially, you would have to rent the ability to play video games on your computer. So your computer would not need to have specific specs in order to play the game. You would pay him $20 a month in order for him to cloud you the ability to run the game on your computer. So you would pay $70 for the game, $20 a month to have the processing power to play the game from the cloud. The game that you buy is on the cloud. It's not even yours to own.
And they might not even have it because another one comes up. So yeah, this is stupid.
They're all trying to take something that everybody loves and milk it so dry that it's going to become useless in about 2 to 3 years if they continue to do this shit.
So, all right, going back to Catwoman real quick. If she's introduced in a movie, would you want to see her vulnerable side like we do always? Like Anne Hathaway, we saw the whole she wanted to get out shit, so she was desperate, and Batman helped her. Kravitz, we saw her with the best friend, and now she's being held up because Falcone and all that other shit. You know, like, or would you want to see like the character and only the character being who she is, and we don't really get to see the inside of her unless it's like little micro shit?
So we got that more with Michelle Pfeiffer. I honestly think we need the insight. I think what we haven't seen is we haven't seen the vulnerable side mixed with the pure I need to use my feminine wild side. Because Anne Hathaway was she was a cat burglar. And she did look good in the suit, but she wasn't the sexy kitten that like would drive Batman fucking crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Zoe Kravitz wasn't the fucking.
They all seem like just people who can help Batman at the time.
Yeah. Well, we need to see somebody who's vulnerable enough to go, okay, what her and Batman have is real, but played up enough where you're like, no. Yeah, her and Batman, like we don't need to see it on screen, but somewhere along the way you got to be like, no, they fucking we know we can tell.
We need that chemistry, that natural chemistry of Batman don't act like this to everybody.
Yeah, that's I don't think we've seen that put together in a package yet. We've seen bits and pieces of it here and there, but a full package that. Like, I need somebody, when she comes on screen or in a movie, I need it to be like Heath Ledger's Joker, where everybody's like, yo, the movie was great, but Catwoman was phenomenal. Whatever actress you put.
Yeah, because
fucking performance of a lifetime.
Because it would also make Batman stronger, right? Because look, you have that dynamic. Let's say we're in a movie where, like, the Wally West or the Flash is, right? And the Flash is like, you know, you guys have some. And Batman just focused on this shit and goes, I don't know what you're talking about. And he's just like 100%. There's no emotion, no nothing, no smile, no like dead serious. Like the comment is, dude, you're completely wrong. You're stupid for thinking that. And now we're like, wait a minute. Are we fucked up? Like we all see the weapon.
Yeah. And we also need a scene in which Catwoman is face to face with Batman, and she does one small fucking sexy gesture, nothing too big, just a small little thing, and every guy in the audience goes, Batman has to be hard right now because we are. Like, there's no way. There's no way the rubber suit is holding him back right now.
Yeah.
Like,
it's kind of like when Deadpool started doing the NSYNC dance in the middle of the fight. Bullshit! You can't dance. You can't be this perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like nah. She got you, player. Like she got you there. That was it. That was hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, and it one of those moments where you look at Bruce and you're like, yo, you can be stoic all you want. We know, motherfucker. You can't hide that shit. Like
word.
And on that note,
yeah, and that write the check. Clint Eastwood, tell James Gunn, write the fucking check. He listens to you.
Yeah, we definitely gave you some cool ideas for the question.
For everything, Blue Beetle, the question, Robbie Reyes, the Hulk, She-Hulk, that girl, Wonder Woman, Optimus Prime, the G.I. Joe, all that shit. Write the fucking check. I'm tired of this shit. But McMahon, appreciate you following. Everybody else, Leon, Joseph, appreciate y'all coming through. Everybody else watching, you know, y'all always welcome. We like when you come through and participate. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood knucklehead signing out. Peace, everybody.